Hi guys, so today I'm going to be making an updated video on get to know me better. So I posted a question on Instagram and on my community page, which if you're not following me on Instagram and you're not going on my community page, you're going to be missing out on a lot of information, because I see that people come watch my video but they don't really go on my community page. So if you go on my community page, you will also see that I do post stuff there, updates there. So I posted on Instagram and on my community page on people should ask me questions. A lot of people say, Precious, you just do a sit down video, you teach, we don't really know much about you. I understand that. Now, I posted this so people can ask me questions, and I was lucky that a lot of people did ask me questions both on my Instagram and on YouTube. So I'm going to be answering these questions. If you don't know me, my name is Precious. I create content that has to do with helping families trying to conceive, but people want to know who Precious really is. So I'm going to be answering as much question as possible because I don't want this video to be long. So I'm going to start with a question on Instagram, and the question comes from Mwogo Gracious Mom, and she says, are you still on family planning, and how has it been so far? Okay, yes, I am still on family planning. I am still going to be on family planning, and I will continue to be on family planning. So I made a video recently on 1 year being on Mirena Coil. I'm going to put link the video on the card now so you can see. I made an updated video on how it's been so far being on Mirena Coil. So I'm on Mirena Coil. If you don't know, I have 4 kids. Thankfully, I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and I am done having babies. This phase of baby has stopped. I have finished it. So I'm now on contraception, and I've been on it for over a year now, and I made a video on how far, how it's been, how my experience so far, because I've been on another form of contraception as well, but this one is my first time. I went on it. I also made a video on when I fitted it, how my experience is all on my channel. I'm going to put it on the description section of this video, and I'm also going to link it so you can watch it. So yes, it's going well. And the next question she asked as well is, how is Naomi? Naomi is very, very well. She's doing so well. So Naomi is, maybe in the future I'm going to make a video with Naomi. Naomi knows that she's the last born. Okay, I don't know if you guys know that there's something called last born. Last born means the last baby, and they have a very special attitude. Okay, they have an attitude, very special one. So I'm beginning to see the attitude already. Naomi is beginning to display those attitudes. She just wants things in a certain way. When she wants me to hold her, she wants me to hold her. Sometimes she doesn't want me to hold her, she wants Phoebe to hold her. Sometimes she doesn't want Phoebe to hold her, she wants Mark to. She's just enjoying her life basically. So Naomi is doing amazingly well. She's thriving, she's enjoying nursery. She just wakes up in the morning and she starts smiling and starts calling me mommy, 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 and daddy, daddy. What's that? Elephant. Elephant. Is that elephant? Oh, elephant. Wow. Naomi is good. I'm so grateful that Naomi came. Honestly, she is a joy. She just makes all of us smile all the time. She's a drama queen as well. So that's that. So thank you so much for that question. Another question is, how can you please help me registering with HCPC? Now, I cannot personally help you to register, but there are information out there that I have put out on my channel on how I registered with the HCPC. HCPC has a website that you can go on, and it depends on where you are. If you're an international student, go on the international student column and read up for yourselves. Okay, read up, get the information you need. You can also call HCPC. They have a number and they have a contact. You can also send them an email. They will respond to you. They are very good. So how do you register with the HCPC? Go on the website, get all the information that you need, get all the information they require from you, then register. If you're eligible to register, then you register. If you're not eligible to register, they will tell you. The good thing about HCPC is that if you're not eligible to register, they wouldn't take your money. Okay, you only pay your fee when they've received your registration, and they've looked at it and they know that they can go ahead with it, that's when they will collect the money from you. That's when you pay the fee. Okay, you don't pay that huge amount of money when you're not even sure if they're going to do the carry on with the registration or not. So it's very easy to register. I'm going to link the video as well on the screen on how to register with the HCPC. I saw your video on going to the UK as a biomedical scientist. I am also in the same field. Your video, you said you went as an MLA, and I wanted to ask what visa you went with, healthcare or skilled worker, and what did you bring to the table to score your interview and eventually your visa. Thanks in advance. Love your energy. Thank you so much. Now, I was already in the UK. Okay, I came in to the UK with my husband. So my husband was already here when I moved to the UK. It wasn't biomedical scientist visa that brought me to the UK. I came in as a dependent of my husband. That because I already had a degree in biochemistry and I had experience working in the lab, I registered with the HCPC. Now, before I registered with the HCPC, I was already working as a medical laboratory assistant in the lab. So when I was working there, I knew that there was no need for me to start applying for trainee or start applying, doing the portfolio that would help me to get registered with the HCPC or become a qualified biomedical scientist. I knew that I didn't need that. So because I was already in the lab, that was how I got all the information I needed. So I applied, I rang HCPC, I rang IBMS, and they advised me appropriately, and I handed in my application and they approved it. So because I was working as an MLA, okay, medical laboratory assistant, I applied while as an MLA. Even before my application went through, I had already secured a job as a biomedical scientist. Okay, I had already secured the job. Now that job I secured was actually a trainee biomedical scientist. But the good thing about a trainee biomedical scientist is that when you get the job as a trainee biomedical scientist, when you qualify, they immediately upgrade you to a biomedical scientist. So because I knew I was likely going to be getting my registration, I applied as a trainee. Before the job and all the process of getting a job went through, my registration came out. So I quickly called my employer to say I have my registration now. So they just immediately upgraded me to a biomedical scientist instead of a trainee biomedical scientist. So that was my story in a nutshell. So if you want to come in as a biomedical scientist, now there is this laboratory that I am collaborating with. So this laboratory, they train people who are fresh graduates or people who don't have experience in biomedical science. Okay, they will train you, they will give you internship where you will go to the lab, train you, then you have the experience you need to at least secure your job. Also know that when you get your job, that every lab will at least give you the basic training that you need to start your job. So most people don't have experience, they just have the university experience, but they don't have the experience of work. This laboratory is going to help you. I'm going to be putting their detail on the screen so you can have a look at them, check them out, and I'm also going to be linking their Instagram page so you can follow them. Just tell them that you're coming from Precious. Okay, so the next question is, it's been a while there. Thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing? I am very fine, thank you. Love the color in the hair. Thank you. I just wanted something different this year. If you could write a letter to your younger self, let's say at 16, what would you say to her? Wow. This is a very, very deep question. If I could write a letter to my younger self, I would have said, just be you. Keep being you. Keep being you in the sense that don't be stagnant. Never ever be stagnant. Make progress. No matter how tiny that progress is, make progress. But while you're in that journey of moving from one stage to another stage, enjoy the process. Most people, including myself, we were just going, okay, after secondary school, university, after university, what next? We're just looking at the next. And by the time you get to a certain point in your life, you look back and you just find out that you can't recollect what happened 5, 3, 10 years ago. You just went past it without understanding what happened, because you were looking for the future, you're looking ahead, you were looking forward to the future, but you didn't really enjoy the present. So sometimes I joke with my husband and I say, the whole of my 20s safe, I don't even know what happened the whole of my 20s. It was because I was just going. So I would say, don't be stagnant. Make progress, no matter how you want to make that progress. Make progress. There are so many information out there on how to develop yourself. Make progress, but while you're doing that, don't just look forward to the next thing to do. Enjoy that period. That's the advice I will give to myself. The next question is, hi Precious, how are you able to manage 4 children and still be a career woman in the UK? Exactly what I just said now. Because I want to make progress. Look, I'm married to a career man. I'm married to someone who is highly intelligent and smart. I'm married to someone who will not let me to be a mediocre. I'm married to someone who, when I go out with him, his class of friends or his level of friends are there. The last thing I want to do is to be here. Well, how do I put it? My purpose in life is not to have children. Okay, yeah, that's part of me being a mother and all of that, and being a woman and being married. I want to have kids. I love it, but that's one aspect of my life. I also need to work on myself. I also need to level up. I also need to build my life, both physically, both spiritually, financially. I'm one of those women that I like to have my own money. Okay, I would never be a housewife. Not to say that being a housewife is a bad thing. No, I can't do it. So I'm able to manage because I know what I want for myself. Okay, I know that just being a mother is not all that life has for me. There is a lot more that life has for me. And I can't just say, oh, I'm a mom of 4 kids now, so I don't have time, I don't have the energy. Look, these kids are going to grow up and they're going to leave you. So by the time they leave me, what will I say? That, oh, I was raising children, that's why I didn't develop myself. No, I just have to do it because I'm doing it for me. That is why I am doing it. So the next question is, hi Precious, trust you're good. What will you tell your younger self as a married woman? To be honest, me being married as a young person, I appreciate it. I would not change it for anything. I like the age I got married. I like the age I got my kids. I like everything about my younger self being married. But the only thing I would say is, being married as a younger person is, maybe I should have been a lot more adventurous, or is that the right English? To be more, have a lot of adventure. I was very laid back, I was very reserved. I think because I married very young, I didn't know what I was expecting. I did not want to make unnecessary mistake. I wanted to just sit back and learn, and by the grace of God, I did. So what would I tell my younger self as a married woman? Explore more, live life, do things that you're supposed to do. Just live life, you know. Marriage is part of it, but you can still live your life as a married woman. Now, I don't want to make this video young. This is where I'm going to stop for the question and the answer, but I think I've answered a lot of questions about myself, about Naomi, about the people who checked up on me. So thank you so much for these questions. I do appreciate it. If you have any question you want to ask me, put it in the comment section. There will be a time that I will make more videos. But thank you so much for asking me these questions and for believing in me, for watching my videos. If my video has been a blessing to you, please let me know. Whenever you watch my video, let me know in the comment section that you've benefited from watching my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye for now.